What's up guys, it's Mitchell and today I have a really cool piece of software to share with you guys. This is an AI generated headshot piece of software and I think that this really solves a unique need in the market to get a few headshots without spending a ton of money. Now, normally as someone that works as a professional photographer, I'm charging my clients anywhere between $150 to $200 for a 2 to 4 hour shoot session. And most of the time, people just want a picture as a new profile picture, either for like a LinkedIn or a resume. So spending $200 on something like that is kind of hard to justify. Now, the name of this company is HeadshotAI, and you can find them at HeadshotStudio.io. You can either put that into your browser or search for them on Google. Now, logging in is quite simple. You can either log in with your Google, your Facebook, or your Apple account. You can always go ahead and create an account on the website itself. Now, once we're logged in, you can go ahead and go to Create Studio. Now, creating a studio is kind of like creating a shoot, and you are going to go ahead and enter in and answer a couple questions about what some of your features are and kind of what your natural appearance is. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to name this Mitchell's shoot. Type, I'm a man. Age, I am 30 to 40. My ethnicity, white or Caucasian. Hair color, I'm kind of like a dirty blonde, brown-ish. But let's just go ahead and click like brown for this, okay? Hairstyle, you can pick a variety of different hairstyles. I have kind of more of like a short cropped hairstyle, not exactly a buzz cut. Skin tone, I'm pretty light skinned, so we're just gonna put white. My skin tone, I mean, it's not summer right now, so I don't have that much of a tan, so I would put like a medium for what my skin color is. Body type, I'm a gymmer, so obviously I'm gonna go with athletic. Now, glasses. I have a ton of different glasses, but when you're filling this out, you can choose whatever glasses kind of fit your aesthetic, which is really cool. These are kind of more of a square, and I've been rocking these glasses more frequently. So we're gonna continue. And then the next part is we're gonna upload some sample photos of ourselves to kind of train the AI model so that we can go ahead and show it what we look like. Now, this is pretty important because you want to make sure that you are using kind of the most up-to-date, most recent photo of yourself as the first one, because the AI model is going to prioritize that first photo of you. So this is a selfie that I just took recently. That's another recent one. And then we have some of me in like nicer clothes with my hair done. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna go ahead and create studio. Now, in my experience in the past using other AI generated headshot stuff like this or trying other AI generated models, you usually have to buy like a large package for it, or you're gonna have to go ahead and spend like 30 to 40 bucks, and you kind of have to spend that all at one time for one package of like photos. This is a little bit different. You kind of buy credits and you're not forced to use them all at one time, which is really cool. And instead of spending like 20, 30 bucks and kind of just blowing it all in one go, you're able to just spend like 10 bucks and you're able to go ahead and kind of use those credits as you like. Now, we have a couple different setups, right? For whatever your AI style is. If you want something that's more realistic, if you want something that's kind of cartoonish, right? You can go ahead and do that. So we're gonna pick the first one as Pro, because this is kind of a little bit more professional, something I might use on LinkedIn. And then we're gonna go ahead and click Shoot. And we're gonna continue. And unlike other kind of AI models and stuff like that, you don't have to wait an hour, 2 hours to go ahead and create this. Like, it's done in a few minutes instead. And if you wanna go ahead and do a couple of different styles at one time, you can do that. So we're gonna go ahead And we're going to go with another one that looks a little bit more professional. And we're going to click shoot. And we're going to get going. And right off the bat, just from the results I see coming in already, this model really nails kind of like the shape of my face. And let's go ahead and let's just pick a black and white, kind of a more classy, kind of vintage look. And I have to say, so far, just off of the results I'm getting from this, like, this doesn't look that different than taking a selfie with one of like the hot, trendy face tuning apps, right? It's not photorealistic. It doesn't look like a real life photo, but it keeps all of my natural facial features. It keeps the shape of my chin, the shape of my cheekbones, the shape of my eyes, even the shape of my nose that's kind of crooked because I had it surgically repaired from a fight I got in, but all of your facial features, it keeps those details. And I have to say that it's really quite surprising. If you want to go ahead and add other details in for like extra prompts, you can do that as well. So let's go ahead and go with the prompt of like dress clothes, suit and tie in a blue or gray color. And we're going to go ahead and do that. And it's pretty cool because you can also go ahead and kind of tweak this with those prompts. If you have a color palette that you think is most becoming for your features and stuff like that, maybe you like the way you look wearing a blue shirt, if you have blue eyes, kind of like the way I do, and it totally keeps that. And like just looking at all these photos, it's crazy that this model even kind of keeps the way my hair falls and like the way my hair curls, even though I have a horrible hairline. And it looks really flattering. And for something like this, I could totally see this being useful for like if you need a new LinkedIn profile picture, if you need to go ahead and like submit a resume really fast, and you don't want to book like a professional photo shoot, you don't want to do a selfie at home. This is really accessible, and I have to say that the amount of detail that it keeps in your face is like great. I mean, even some of these photos have a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow because some of the photos that I submitted also have a 5 o'clock shadow. So the way it kind of uses your prompts and the way it uses the images that you have like submitted to make this is really, really cool. Now, the payment process for getting started with all of this stuff is actually pretty simple if you want to buy credits. It's all done through PayPal, so it's like a secure process that most of us are familiar with. And I think overall, like with the resolution that you get out of this, with the variety of like prompts that you can put into this, and the way that this just works overall is really quite surprising. And I love that, like, for example, this photo that I have pulled up right now looks like me. It doesn't look like an AI generated cartoon. All of the details that I would normally have in my face are there. And I think if I was to meet someone in person that only saw this picture, they would totally recognize me as being me. And so it's really cool what AI is able to do now, especially with image generation like this, the fact that we're able to kind of streamline this process. I see people all the time posting on LinkedIn, posting on Facebook, looking for jobs, and like they're just using a dimly lit kind of ugly selfie. And that's not that great when you're trying to like represent yourself for jobs and stuff like that. So go ahead and check out HeadshotStudio.io online, or if you want to go ahead and use their app, you can totally do so. I love the fact that this is just all web-based, so I can do this from home and I can access this from any of my computers. If you guys want to check it out, I'll have links to where you can do so. Peace.